Don't you dare blame YouTubers. What's going on, everybody? It is I, James, and Miss Courtney. ReadoptionAgency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And I didn't get to where I am today by blaming other people. Biggity bam. All right, how was the weekend for you guys? Well, let's see. I did not do a pulling video this morning because I pulled at 10:30 last night. And I went 8 hours without any sales. So I didn't have to pull this morning. There's nothing sold between the 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. mark. So an 8-hour shutdown overnight last night was pretty factual by looking at my account. But the weekend was not bad for me. The last 4 days, at least, I've gotten over that level I was at, my 500 average. So the last 4 days, I'm at a 600 average, actually a little over 600 average. So had that, 9-10 day stretch where it felt stable, but it felt like it wasn't giving its all. Now I've taken a level up. So it's felt stable. And it's felt like it's giving me a little more now. So hopefully the past 15 days are signs of what's coming. More stable website. And we can actually start seeing fourth quarter sales, as opposed to seeing more website errors and issues and failures and frustrations and what have you. So it's been kind of promising. So like Thursday I did $618, Friday $641, Saturday $612, yesterday $644. So that's not going to complain because, like I said, it's felt stable. Still down 9.5%, but that's better than the 15 I was sitting at. So never had eBay where it just sits level, though. It's never been that way. Before, it's always a roller coaster, but not of extremes. And in the last 2 years, there's been just off and on extremes. $1,000 day, a $300 day, a $900 day. Just very trouble-related website, if you will. So the last 15 days have been very stable and consistent. So something clearly has changed, but hopefully we're at the light is at the end of the tunnel and we can see it. It is 9:30 a.m. I'm at $113 right now. Let me look at the traffic and see how the traffic organic split, because I've noticed a little difference. Yesterday only 38 items sold though, but 17 organic, 21 promoted. So look like my, leveling out, even though I've sold a little bit less than promoted and normal. Day before was 40 sold, 10 organic, 30 promoted. The day before that, Friday, 46 sold, 20 organic, 26 promoted. So for a couple of days, the promoted started climbing back up, but the organic started climbing back up, but the promoted started going back down. So, since that last change on the 4 days ago where I took the promoted and changed it 4 times in 4 hours to try to get something to happen, and that was the only thing I did different, and now I'm into $600 plus days. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but it was something different I did. And probably about 8 days ago, I ended and sold similar on about 8,000 items. The day before yesterday, I did a couple thousand more. Did about 12,000 over 2 days, about 10 days ago or so. And 2 days ago, did a couple of thousand more. Or it might have been yesterday even. Could have been yesterday. Today sold, we got 7 sold, 5 organic, 2 promoted. So that could change once it registers. Still don't like seeing all the red, all the downs, but at least there's some promising things that appear to be happening. So whether it was changing those promotions, whether it was something on eBay side, whether it was ending and selling similar on basically a little over a fifth of my store. Those are the things I did and things I see and what's been going on. So, Posh had the best weekend ever. 17 items. And I've got those getting ready to go. I got to box them up, bag them up. But, yeah, yesterday was even one of my biggest sale days on Posh. Let me see what I did. $80 yesterday. I think 92 or something was my biggest. So this is my second highest. Yesterday was my second highest month. So happy to see that. All right, let's do a few questions and comments. On one of my channels, somebody had said, of course, you get this every once in a while. I don't watch it. I'm not going to subscribe to your channel because YouTubers make it harder to survive. Because you give away everything and everybody else starts shopping at Goodwill, and then Goodwill sees that what sells on eBay. First off, if you think we're in a new world when it comes to reselling, we're not. Clearly you didn't shop at Goodwill 6 years ago and see they already put printouts of what something sold on eBay. They used to tape it to the item. Actually, it was probably 10 years ago. So you're a little late to the game of blaming YouTubers. But my statement to those people is the same as always. Stop blaming your lack of work ethic on YouTubers. If you know what you're doing and you have enough knowledge, you've taken in enough knowledge to expand your realm, you have no problems reselling. The problem is your inability to want to learn, work, and build something. It's not anybody on YouTube. It's your laziness. So stop blaming others for your inadequacies, if you will. Because it's not working. It's not going to change. And it's probably only going to get bigger. So, as Charlie Brown's teacher would say, wah, 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 wah. So, let's get into some questions and comments and get this stuff shipped out so I can get to work. Probably going to go live today, do some work with me on live. So make sure you subscribe to the lounge channel below. And I got a skit idea for Dolly. I'm going to shoot sometime today, get a new Dolly video up. For sure. So let's see what's going on in your guys' world. I love the title of this video. Sometimes when I'm scrolling freaking, YouTube, I'll see, I don't even like saying his name, his videos, and he's always using percentages. 73% of eBay fails, or eBay sellers fail, and always trying to use percentages like he knows what he's talking about. So I had to make fun of that. So that's funny. So that was the last video. Just have a little fun. Alrighty, keep going, man. I always look forward to seeing your videos. Helps me be on top of my eBay too. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support, the likes, the laughs, the pieces. Dun, 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 dun. Being thankful every day is a purposeful act. Some of these I'm reading, I don't remember what it correlates to, so it's kind of pointless for me to say. I'm like, huh? No stress, dude. People don't appreciate when others open up their lives on YouTube. They find any quip to badger. Much respect to your dedication. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yeah, because there are times where, you know, like yesterday, I didn't really make any videos. I made a dolly video, and that was the only thing I made yesterday, and I just kind of was chill all day. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why don't I just do this every day? Why am I doing this? Why I should just be in my own space, music blaring, listing, shipping. I'm like, it's peaceful, you know? Like, I don't need to be doing this. And then I thought, I'm like, man, I've started really dedicating myself to the videos a little over 2 years ago, right before my dad passed. And then the support you guys gave me, as I said in a comment, was just, you know, so huge and greatly appreciated. And then, of course, with Vern also. And that helped me so much. Just your guys' love and support. And I'm like, man, it's been 2 years, basically, a little over 2 years. And look what has built up over this 2 years. You know, headed towards 17,000 subscribers. Got 4 other channels that I'm really working and trying to grow. The whole Poshmark's growing that. I mean, I feel like I've done, and then I think I probably only had, 30,000 listings when I started doing the videos? I don't even know exactly. I feel like I've done more in the past 2 years than ever. Like, I feel at the end of the day, I feel accomplished. I feel like I've accomplished something. And sometimes I question these videos. I'm like, is anybody really getting anything out of them? You know, I'm just like, did I really say anything worth anything today? Because sometimes I have a hard time if I've said something in the past trying to regurgitate it, but I know I need to because there's new people every day watching the videos. And I know I need to start saying some of the lessons and the thoughts and the comments and the experiences over and over again. Like, I need to reboot and kind of just repackage it a little bit in this whole new format, whether it's this channel, whether it's my Profit Hustle channel where I'm showing the items, my buy channel. And I think the more I'm processing what's going on, I'm headed more comfortably in that direction. Being new channel, newer viewers, while trying to still give to the older viewers, even though I've noticed a lot have disappeared, at least in comments and stuff, who used to comment all the time. They've kind of vanished and gone their own route or their own way, or maybe they're growing their YouTube now and things like that, right? So I've got to sit back and think, well, maybe, hopefully I had a little bit to do with where they are now. Like, sending the children off to school. And I don't want to think of it like that, but just think of it in a way that maybe I've instilled a little nugget that has helped them grow with whatever they're doing now, type of thing. So I'm just all processing everything, and I constantly process everything, but just really trying to take it in, realizing how lucky I am, and all that good stuff. So, because I feel like I'm at that wall now where, okay, James, you gotta do something a little different, or do something that's the same but repackaged. Because I get questions all the time about stuff that I've talked about in past videos. So it's like, I thought about I'm thinking about like a different format on a video for maybe on the weekends, like back to basics or something. Call it back to basics, or regurgitation basics. Something where I can basically start over with information. And can be up to 2 years now and maybe I can add more value even to what I've said before, because I've got more experience also behind it all. So just processing that. But I think the fact too that a lot of you guys just like to listen to the videos in the background is cool, even though sometimes I stand here and try to have to force myself in a way to talk where I just want to focus and get done and just be quiet, right? So just repackaging myself, I guess. So, but I'm trying to at the same time make sure that it don't feel like work. So just enjoying the process. Because if I'm not enjoying the process, there's no point in doing it. So no matter what I do, no matter what the next steps I take are, I have to enjoy it. So even though you get more views when you make videos of things you don't enjoy with a negative tone. Alrighty. And what's with these people coming on every once in a while now saying auctions is what eBay wants? And there's another one. I read you don't do auctions, really? Yeah. Because what I've stated before was when auctions I don't trust anymore, because what I was doing, we went from 100% sell-through rate to 0% the next month, literally night and day in 2 different months. And then I tried putting up like about 14 auctions after that, and 4 days in, they still weren't showing up in search on eBay. So I'm kind of just scared to even try auctions because they just blanked me. Literally blanked me. So I'm sure, that may be fixed by now, but I don't know. And really have no reason to try it right now. So not a comment about this video, but a suggestion in general about your videos. They are often hard to hear. Yeah, and I haven't found, I kind of just Google like those little microphones, but I don't know a good one to get yet. So I don't know what people use and what's out there and what has worked for people. So I haven't bought one yet. And every once in a while I realize I need to talk a little louder. So I kind of start going into mumble world. I'm selling stuff on Facebook within days of listing that have been on eBay for weeks or months. Something's definitely wrong with eBay, and it's mostly political. I don't know about that. Everybody wants to bring politics into everything, but politics don't go into everything. I mean, I'm the first to say that we're controlled, yes. But where do you draw that line without, driving yourself crazy, right? And I've always believed anything is possible. but you have to find that fine line where you're kind of in reality. You're on the edge of reality, and you just don't want to overstep it, because once you do, you're just going to drive yourself crazy, type of thing. You have lost me, babble, babble. Not sure why, but my store has had almost no traffic for 2 days, no sales. We can't buy anything either. My wife tried to add item to cart, and it said not available at this time or something. I like the video because it's hard to see a grown man cry. Oh, the pain in your voice. James, you shouldn't have to do tricks or jump through hoops just to improve your sales. eBay simply isn't doing their job. 100% that. All right, let's do some shipping. Let's get this stuff out of here so I can get to work. Got videos to make, got a live to do, got items to list, got sales to make if eBay will let me. All right. So I've got a big old mess here as I burp. That's a big old book. I have to put that big old book in a box. All right, let me get some rhyme and reason here right quick. So I got a little platform to work. So we're gonna knock out this Posh first and get it out of the way. Out of the way, out of the way. It's out of the way. Boom, boom. We've got a Trump 2024 hat. That sold for boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. $8. Trump 2024. The election's going to be interesting to watch. What's going to happen? Will the criminal government system win? Or will the outside business guy prevail once again? We shall see in 2024. All right, we got Prudential baseball cap. That sold for $8. I forgot, I got 2 True Gather orders I didn't pull. And I had to write one down upstairs because True Gather doesn't give the number of the storage where I store it, the SKU spot. And I ended and sold similar, so I had to delete my unsolds to get them out of the way. So I wrote it down, and it's upstairs. So I don't know what spot it's in until I see my notes. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Next up, we got Marco Island hat on Poshmark, sold for $10. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, and if you get mad because I made a political reference on Trump or something, stop blaming, and again, here again, stop blaming others for your inabilities. Just do you. No matter who's in office, who cares? That's the way life has been, you know. You're always going to get screwed one way or another, somewhere, somehow. You just have to pick how you're going to get screwed, you know? But if one person can, it all evens out in the end. You had lower gas, just a simple basic thing. You had lower gas prices with Trump. You had higher gas prices with Biden. So whoever goes in next, which probably is going to be the opposite of what's in now, the gas prices will go back down. So everything averages out over time, but everything's always going up except the money coming into your pocket. Once you realize that, it's kind of like figuring out the pattern so you can try to beat the game, right? The pattern's always going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. You're always going to get screwed, period. So you got to figure out the best way not to get screwed. So when it's down and in your favor, do more savings, less spending, so that when it jumps back up, you're not hurt because you have savings. So if you average out what you do instead of rolling with the extremes, like everything's cheaper, I'm buying more, yay. And when everything's high, you're buying less, right? Just even it out so it feels more even playing field, no matter who's in. Or who does what, I should say. It doesn't matter who's in there. The system is made up for two different types for a reason. One to take it up, one to take it down. One to play the bad guy, one to play the good guy. It's been that way my whole life. That's why I never cared about politics. My only goal in life was to figure out how to balance my life so that I am not affected by who does what. I don't have to care about it. I don't have to worry about it. As I told my boys, money is power. When you're poor, broke, inner city, you have no power. I started with no power. Sometimes literally. And you have to build your power. And the more you build your power, your money, the less you have to worry. And once you realize that, you will start making the right steps in the right direction. Anyway, that's why if you're worried or you care or you get upset about who does what in government, focus on you. Focus on what you need to do. Their system is a pattern. Learn the pattern and benefit from the pattern. And that's stock market world to grocery world to gas price world. Just everything. It's all revolves around money. So next up, we've got Compost Happens hat. Sold for $10. I mean, I came from a place where you were so low that it didn't matter who was in office because you were always broke. Rose up through where you start to feel when things shift to not caring if things shift because you balanced yourself out. So. Once you learn the pattern, you can better yourself. If that's something you choose to do. I mean, there's different ways of looking at it. Some people like to live for the moment. So when things are better, they're living it up, right? And when things are bad, they're complaining about everything. It's one extreme or the other. But if you balance yourself out, you don't have to care. Next up, we got a bundle. 2 items. They've sold for $11. We've got the Zac Brown Band, 2 CDs, sold on Posh. Yay! Let me A little stability to put these on. Finding your balance is almost like a life thing, right? I mean, when it comes to everything about life, finding that balance is where you find your happiness. Whether it's monetarily, whether it's spiritually, you know. Balance. Whether it's in nature. Balance. Next up, we've got a sweatshirt with a soccer ball embroidered on it. So that sold for $14. Print up priority. So the media mail items on Posh printed up ground at Advantage instead of priority. So I wonder if it's charging people less for shipping because it's media. This glue is crappy. Next up, we've got a jacket. The Sporting St. Louis Soccer Adidas jacket. That sold for $16 on Poshmark. Da, 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 da. I feel a hair tickling me. Next up, we've got on Posh Ground Advantage. We got Barbra Streisand vinyl. And that sold for, where you at, Barbara? $6. There's nothing in life, though, when it comes to the whole power. Trying to get that power, right? That money. There's probably a low percentage of people who get to do things to make money that does not feel like work. And that's when you're doing something you love to do. Whether that's an artist, a musician, an engineer, you know, whatever your love, your passion is, where you can do it 12 hours a day, every day, and it feels like you're just like, why, how am I getting paid to do this? right? If that's the way you feel about reselling, like I do, about eBay, about thrifting to find the items, don't take that for granted. You got to remind yourself daily, if you start feeling down or depressed or sad, you just got to remember you're in a very low percentage of people who get to do something that doesn't feel like work. Now, if it feels like work to you, then you may be, not saying you're doing the wrong thing, just saying you, maybe it's not your love and you haven't found your love or passion yet, right? I'm surprised these puppies used to sell so quick and for so much money. And I've had them listed for $17 forever and they still wouldn't sell. Finally sold on Poshmark for $12. Air Max used to be the shiznit. But then again, I used to wear Jordan lows when people thought they were nothing, and now Jordan lows are the thing, the ones. The glue on this stuff sucks ass. Ba, ba, ba. And I'm just happy to finally be finding my headspace again where I can start realizing how lucky I've been in my life. Okay. I think I got everything out of the way except this one piece. This thing came through and I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, I gotta take this. So I've got a bundle from Posh of 7 pieces. I went ahead and accepted $40 for it because I'm like, this is cool. These are the sales that I live for. I'm like, I'm taking it. So let me get a box. Let me get a light so I can get a box. Doink. Boom, 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 boom. Ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Box is prepped. All right, make sure I get everything in here. First up, we've got some White Mountain Topaz. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, I think it was like $62, but I accepted the 40. Like it would have been 62 if they would have bought them outright. So I accepted 40. So we got these boots that clearly were made for walking in the snow or something, that is. Next up, we've got a Bob Ross t-shirt. So we got that. Next up, we've got a Golden Road Brewing cap in the box. We've got a Colorado ball cap in the box. And we've got a Detroit Tigers ball cap in the box. we've got a WoW 1998 CD. Just out of the blue in the box. Let me put that there. Then we've got a McDonald's koozie. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, is there 8 items? Yes, there's 8 items. Okay. And then we've got this little change purse. Fred is red, bad kitty. Been in my store forever. What? They want it. So there we go. A nice, cool, posh bundle. My first like huge mix bundle. So I'm getting a kick out of that. This is a little bit of everything. That's just cool. I like that. So these are going ground advantage too. Posh. So not everything is priority anymore, I guess, with them. I don't know if it ever was, but doink. Lisa from Texas, your items are on the way. Biggity bam. Okay. That is Poshmark out of the way. Now we do the eBay. Which I'm going to need a couple more boxes for some of this stuff. All right. eBay orders. All right. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Got that, got that, got that, got that. No. Or do I got that? Yeah, I think I did got that. I think that was the first one I pulled yesterday, yes. Got that. Okay, these I do not have yet. Which don't have to go out till tomorrow. Okay, let's see if there's any international. Purchase shipping labels. No international. All right, let's get this stuff packed up. First up, we've got Missouri Tigers baseball cap. Headed to Alabama, sold for $6. So I came from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Oh, James, Anna, now don't you cry for me. What is wrong with you? You worketh noweth. Okay. Okay, you big boy are just in my way right now. Okay, next up we've got I'm a Real American. Hat headed to Beaverton, Oregon, sold for $10.50. I sell more things to Beaverton, Oregon than any other part of Oregon. I'm starting to think the whole state's Beaverton, Oregon. You think you know me. Had to watch the highlight of AEW last night. I figured Edge was going to show up, and he did. Adam Copeland. Jay. If if you're wrestling. You're a wrestling fan. Wrestling. Next up, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got, are you ready for a supernatural light? Yeah. Oops. I messed that up, didn't I? 5 seasons of Supernatural. So far, see, I don't like that I don't have it all together. 5, 5, 560, 4, and 5. So there you go. And will you fit in there? Maybe just barely will fit in a fat hat. A hat box. Let's see. Probably not with wires. Yeah, with wires, probably not. Nope, not with wires. Maybe I can put 2 hat boxes on top of each other. American. Since I'm going media, I'll just be a little extra strength. Real American. Bam. You think you know me. I gotta move you over or something because you're a pain in the booty hole today. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. And I'm out of tape. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I sell simple things on eBay, and I make my money that way. I sell simple things on eBay, and I hyped or get gay. Funny. Alrighty. You think you know me? Bum, 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 bum. I haven't heard that in a long time. Bum, 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 bum. Wearing bird theaters. Alright. 3, 9. So we gotta have 8 by 8 by 6. Headed to New Hampshire. Melissa. Melissa, your items are on their way. Next up, we've got a women's Mizzou Tigers cap. Headed out to Wentzville, Missouri, sold for $10. I think today on my live feed lounge, I think think I'm going to do some clothing today. Get some clothing listed. Maybe I don't want to do clothing. See, the problem with my Vendu, pulling stuff over into Vendu onto Poshmark, is I really can't do that for the first 4-ish days of the month. Because, as I've said before, I got to stop saying that, and I just have to start repeating myself. And not announcing that I'm repeating myself. So if I'm repeating myself, you know I have to start repeating myself. But since I have too many items in my store, I can't pull them all over. So all I can pull over is what is currently listed or being listed today. Like the stuff that gets relisted today, that's stuff that's going to show up that I can pull over to Vendu. So then if I list 5 items, then those 5 items usually pop up. So then I can pull them over, right? Well, the 1st through the 4th about that is my web interprets listing, pulling items from US eBay and putting them on the international eBay sites. So unfortunately, Vendu recognizes the international eBay sites also and wants to pull those over. So for the first 4 days, when I list like 5 items, by the time I'm ready to, I go and immediately and go over to Vendu and try to pull them over, well, they're flooded out by the international items that are being relisted. So I kind of lose the close, and I have to wait until all the international date stuff passed, and then when I list the items, they kind of pop up. So it makes sense for me to concentrate more on stuff I don't or are the least likely to cross list, which is more media. So maybe today I work more on media for the first 4 days of the month. Then I start getting back into the clothing and the hats. So that might be part of my new routine I need to throw into my thing. Do media the first 4 or 5 days of the month. Then the rest of the month is everything else but media. All right, next up we've got this big old book, an encyclopedia, baseball encyclopedia. So for $20, headed to New Jersey. I need a box for that puppy. Couple different sizes. That will not work. That's a work. This one is. I'll take the crap out of this one. Oh, that's why you were doing that. So loose. I'm like, why is that so loose? Loosey goosey. Don't get hung by the noosey. probably pointless to put air bubbles in with this big old book. It's probably just going to pop them if it gets thrown around. Might be new scale time soon. 12 by 9 by 6. Why do you do that? I got 9-1. Medium mayo. I gotta go back up here and switch that to medium mayo. Whoops. Sorry, scanner. I didn't mean it. I can't pronounce your name. Mujdat? M-U-J-D-A-T? Alright, the next one I'm going to need. Might be able to fit these into a 7 bubble mailer. We got 2 Seattle mirrors and seat cushions. Head to Arizona, sold for $14. Let me see if you can fit in a 7. Maybe not. So much. This one's gonna be a little typical. I guess I'll just use you. Cover down if I need to. Boink. Yeah. That's what I want. There's blood in your eye. Get off me. Just want to make something in the barcode so it doesn't scan it like it's my barcode. That's what I want. There's blood in your eye. That's what I want. Go away, spam. I'm busy. Don't got time to play your spam games today. 'Cause I'm busy living my life away. Don't got time for your spam game today. I am busy working my life away. But it's not work. And it don't feel like work. And I'm having too much fun. playing the eBay game with a smoking gun. Get right. We are complete. We have completed the box building process. Now we shall tape you and call you Boxalamule. That's what I want. There's blood in your eye. Biggie bam. And you're off again. Of course. 1-9. We got 17 by 15 by 6. All right, Janet. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Next up, we've got Irish. Headed over to Illinois, Odell, Illinois. Sold for $10.50. Don't know where Odell is. That's what I want. There's blood in your eye. That's what I say. Stop being a pain in the booty hole today, Tate. Brian. Penske Racing Cap. Headed to Cocoa, Florida. Sold for $10.50. So now I got, what, a month before vacation. We're on the vacation countdown now. Vacation countdown. Richard, your hat is coming. It's vacation countdown. Can't wait to get to the Smoky Mountains. Next up, we've got another part of that magic, or that baby bullet thing I pieced out. 6:30, headed to Pennsylvania. Fit in here, we should see. Perfecto Mundo. Perfecto Mundo. Let's see if we can minimize that shaking noise. With some grocery bags. That's what I want. It worked. Okay. 1, 2. 8 by 6 by 4. Pamela. You and your little ones got a package coming, Pamela. That's funny. I wrote R instead of P, and then I had to think, like, because it threw me off spelling-wise since I made the first mistake. How do you spell Ramala? Cross Canadian Ragweed CD. Sold for $5. Headed to Texas. Texas. It's probably not our guy because he hasn't been here in a few weeks. Oh, it is our guy, ain't it? He hasn't been here in like 2 weeks. That's what I want. There's blood in your eye. Alright, you're going brown. Christy? Next up, we got USA 2020 golf hat. This sold for $7.50. Headed to Janesville, Wisconsin. If I would have done all the shipping last night, I wouldn't have had a shipping video this morning. Since nothing sold after I pulled. I could have had a late night shipping video. Gilkirk Sports. I just put this up a few days ago. So for $10.50, headed to Lancaster, Cali. Going back to Cali. Back to Cali. I don't think so. I wonder if more people nowadays are saying, I'm getting out of Cali. I'm getting out of Cali. I think so. All right, Tom. Next up, we got Zoo York. Headed to John Day, Oregon. $10.50. John Day, Oregon. At least we got another Oregon in the house. That is not Beaverton. There is no Beaverton in John Day. Dominic. Next up, we've got Chosen Few Prayer Up cassette. I had to laugh. Headed to Sarasota, Florida, sold for $14. I ain't laughing at $14 though. Thank you much, Max. Much appreciated. All I want, there's blood in your eye. And will ground be cheaper? Yes, it will. Max. That marker's writing good today. I'll put you down here, Max, since we only got a couple left. We got the Razorbacks hat sold for $8, headed to Charleston, Arkansas. That's what I want. There's blood in your eye. I guess I'm not going to get to drive my car until vacation. Since Jan's got sideswiped and took off her mirror. We haven't got it fixed yet. So she's like, I think I'll make an appointment while we're gone. So I think I'm stuck driving a mirrorless car for the next 4 weeks before I get my Porsche back. She's blind in her left eye, so she needs all the safety she can. We've got a Baby Bach, Baby Einstein CD. Sold for $4.20. Headed to North Carolina. And of course, if you need Giro Pack, bubble mailers, or poly bags, affiliate link below. Save 10% on your order on the lowest cost of mailers that I know of the last time I looked. I'm not going to lie to you and say today because I haven't looked since I looked, so. All right, now let's print it all up to the printer. The spinning wheel of death. I remember when they introduced the spinning wheel of death. I guess it's been about 13 years when the whole format changed on most, I guess the whole internet kind of changed, it seemed like. But everything got slower after they introduced the whole new spinning wheel of death. Before that, it used to be snap quick timing with everything. And now we got a constant wait. Yeah. All right. New record. All right. Let's go, Benjamin. Roll call. Benjamin, present. Adam, here. Max, I'm over here. Dominic! Yeah, I'm here, over here, right here. You got me, come on. Don't treat me wrong. Tom? Yeah, I'm right here, right in front of you. You can see me. Thank you much. Todd? Yeah, what you want? Oh, thank you for the sticker. No problem, Todd. Christy? Yeah, Dolly. That sounds like Dolly. Pamela? Yeah, I'm over here. I guess I'm not good with multiple girl voices. Not that I'm good with voices at all, but... Richard? Yeah, I'm right here. Brian? Yeah, what you want, fool? You know, if you change 2 letters of my name, I'm Brain. Janet? Yeah, this Jackson if you're nasty. Nasty boys don't mean a thing. Oh, you nasty boys don't mean a thing to me. Mudgedet? Y'all some over here? That's the first accent I could think of because it sounds like a foreign name. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend anybody. Tony? Oh crap! I don't know if this is a boy or a girl. Being it's an I, it must be a girl. Yeah, present. Melissa? Yeah, where's Melissa's over here? Thank you. Jay? Yeah, what's up? And Samuel. Oh, yes, indeed, yes. Please give me my slip. Thank you very much. I'll be on my way right now. When I used to buy shoes at the clearance outlet, I'd spend $12,000, $10,000, $28,000, $20,000, whatever. The receipts were so long, I would triple them like a scarf and walk out of the store. Oh, here's a story for you if you stuck around. So, the shoe store was in a, you know, kind of a badish area. And one time I didn't back in. I pulled in the opposite way, unfortunately. So I'd always leave my back open since I was going in and out with bags, and the employees would help me. So there was usually always somebody at the car. Well, this day I did not back in. So we're carrying them back to the back of the car. Car pulls up, starts grabbing bags out of the back of my car. I go running out. He gets in the car. He got 2 bags from me, which were clothes and hats. And I just start pounding on the back window trying to break it. But they got away. Call the cops. They're like, yeah, so. Pretty much, yeah, so. Didn't even bother taking the description of the car down, the plate number, nothing. They didn't care. I'm like, thanks a lot for nothing. I didn't care. I think a cop was sent out about 20, 25 minutes later from what I was told, so. Didn't care. Let's see how many international we did over the weekend. Since I didn't have none overnight. Only 10. That's pretty low. But it was the end of the month, so it wasn't high peak time for my web interpret stuff. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out. And if you want to really hang out live, check out the live feed lounge today. Subscribe to that channel. Turn on that notification so you know when I go live. And I'll see you all in the next video.